Oh dear, this is gonna be fun. Who's excited for this? Bear with me 1 second because I've got to prepare my text to speech because I asked Ash and Flash if I could read his out and he said only if I use text to speech. So we're gonna do that. But I've got a lot that I want to say. I'm going to read out my posts in my tone of voice. And if you can't tell, I'm annoyed. I'm sad. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I just had to click away. I'm back on the YouTube live streaming thing now. Hi, everyone. I'm really glad that you all showed up today. I can't remember if I've put this on slow mode or not, and I feel like I might have to at some point. But for now, I think we're okay. I should probably lift up my chair as well. Oh, damn it. There we go. All right, now we're a bit better. So, hi everyone. I also should open up the other thing so I can actually see everyone's thoughts and things like that actually in real time. Also, is it laggy or is that just my internet? Because I should probably close Photoshop. That might make it run faster. If I also close down that video, that should be good. Okay. Damn it, I got an ad on my own thing. All right, it's a quiz. Which of these brands have I seen online advertising for? I can't remember. Might as well like my own video. Oh, look, Ash is here. All right, it is lagging. Well, that's fun, isn't it? This is why I hate live streaming. Oh, wait, there's also another tab open here. Let's close that. Okay, everything should be all right now. Everything should be okay. It's not. That's embarrassing. Literally nothing else is running. Well, I don't think there's too much I can do about that. I'm very sorry, everyone. Bye, Ash. Thanks for letting us read your thing. Okay. Lag, I know. I mean, we're just going to be talking, so it's not that bad. Or is it? I don't know. Is there any settings I can play with? What if I decrease my camera quality? Wait, no, that won't make any difference. Never mind. Oh dear, what have I done now? Haha. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Actually, is there any settings in here that I can change to make it go slower? No. Alright, well, we'll leave it like that. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm sorry that it's laggy. I'm very sorry. As long as you can hear me, that's all you need to do. Just put me on and make it be like a podcast, okay? So, I don't know how many of you have seen this yet, but basically, Justin, to put it one way, has kind of started a revolution. So, I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon. That's the first thing I want to say. But I have said this on the channel before. I can't remember if it was a stream or if it was the video where I sat on the floor and talked a lot, but I have mentioned before that with all of the new rules in regards to leaks, it might even have been in that video. And I was basically like, look, these new rules have made me contemplate leaving LAN because I didn't agree with how much they were trying to kind of censor us per se, and just that whole discussion. I'd also had a lot of bad experiences on the LAN, and it just felt like they weren't doing anything to combat that. And at first I was like, okay, look, I'm just overreacting. Let's take a few weeks. Let's wait and see what happens. Let's go to the confidentiality meeting. Let's see what they say. Let's see what happens in the future. Then this week, there has been a lot of stuff, okay? There has been a lot of stuff leaking. Some of the things I can talk about because LEGO did accidentally leak it themselves. Lots of it I can't. And that's the problem. And luckily, I'm fortunate enough that all of the leaks that have come out this week aren't related to my channel per se. It's a theme that I'm interested in for sure, and I'm really excited to see all this stuff, but it's not something... Bellatrix, thank you for the $5. Sorry, it's not much, but I really love your videos. It's more than enough, Bellatrix. You don't have to donate, but thank you very much for the $5. Where's Baby Yoda? Actually, the plushie one's on my bed. If I just wrote, there he is. Plushie Yoda's there, and the other Yoda's right up there. We were supposed to be building Baby Yoda today, but I didn't want to do a build stream and not talk about this stuff. So yeah, look, so I'd been thinking about this for a while, and all of the stuff that I've seen this week has just angered me. But there's a lot to unpack. So what we're going to do firstly is we're going to read Justin's. Okay, we're going to read Justin's because he posted it. Then text-to-speech as requested by Ash and Flash. We're going to read Ash's. Then I'm going to read mine, and I also want to read part of the, I think I posted like 2 more or something. So in total, this thread, right, I've got it on my laptop, has got, at the moment, 60 replies. So Justin has written 8 of them. I think I've written 5 or 6, so like it's a very busy thing, and I'm not going to talk about anyone else's. I might like kind of quote or talk or generally summarize things, but I'm not going to like talk about everything that's gone on in this thread because LAN's a confidential place. So here's Justin's. So I'm going to read it out from my laptop, but I wanted you to be able to see it on the screen at the same time. So it says, "Hello all, I've been changing my life for the better recently and I'm very happy. However, one thing that has happened with the LAN recently is Justin, get your grammar right. With LAN recently bothering myself and many other people here. I was scared to speak up before, but I have no shame and guilt and mean no ill intentions." I need to raise up my laptop, sorry. I'm doing great, Anna. Thank you for asking. Oh, damn it, I just knocked something. We're gonna use this pink box to lift up my computer. Okay. "But it bothers me that LEGO is changing an existing policy that they had with leaks, text rumors, or early information of upcoming LEGO sets. When I joined LAN, it was made clear from the team that I wouldn't have to change my existing content, and from my understanding, being approved for LAN meant that the LEGO group was okay with my previous content." Now, just kind of butting in and talking on this point exactly is that I was told the same thing. So one of my first questions when I had my induction meeting, because like you all get inducted and usually it's supposed to be with multiple people, but because of COVID, it was only with one person who I have spoken to several times, and I have questioned with like, is this okay to post? Like, is this leak okay? And things like that. So I basically was like, hey, like what's in the rules in regards to leaking? And he said, what you're doing now is fine. Just same deal with like, oh geez, my whole computer shaked. Same deal with like, leaks and stuff like that. Like, you're all good, like, go and continue, do what you're doing. And I was like, awesome. Because, like, the way I've put it, and the way Ash has also said it as well, it's like, if we were doing something wrong, we wouldn't have been accepted in the first place. Because Ash was accepted, back in, like, June, July or something now. I was accepted back in November. So, there's that. If it wasn't for Red, Justin's girlfriend, the revolution would not have started. That's what I was thinking too. And like, honestly, that's a good thing, because judging by like the amount of like things he said on like Twitter and things like that, like I'm glad that he's starting to post like what he wants, because that's something I've always tried to do on my channel is like, I'm going to post what I want. I want it to generally be like safe and okay for anyone to be able to watch it. But at the end of the day, I'm a 21-year-old female. So I'm going to talk about like my life and experiences. Like if someone like doesn't like that, it may not necessarily be kid friendly to some parents, but that's what I want to do. Do you think this post will work well? What do you mean? This post on the forum, Tommy? Is that what you mean? I don't know. However, okay, so back to what we said. However, the recent rule change to stop RLFMs. So RLFM, you're going to hear it a lot here, but basically that means registered LEGO fan media. So that's what Justin, Ash, myself are, Swift Bricks as well. We're all full under that. Bellatrix, thank you for another $5. Hi again. I just want to ask a question. Should I build the Hogwarts Whomping Willow or sort my Lego? Look, I know how badly you probably want to build the Whomping Willow, but I'm going to be real with you. Sort out your Lego, because you'll feel so much better once you've done it. And then once you've done it, you don't have to do it again. And then you can reward yourself by building. It's the real. It's great. It's great. Michael, I did want to read that, but just a warning. I have some words for you. So I'm not going to be nice, but I'm not going to be mean either, because you are my friend, but I do want to read you because I do have some very interesting points and like sites for that. Hey, Sai, how you going? All right, so back to this. Yeah, so RLFM, registered LEGO fan media. Keep that in mind. Are told to ignore these rumors that are discussed in our communities to feign, is that how you pronounce that? Ignorance to our audience. To me, this seems like an act to regulate those in LAN when we are already made agreements to our regulations before. I understand how not covering a confidential preliminary marked image doesn't fall under fair use, but if we make a video talking about these rumors from another established site or source, regardless if they are LAN involved or not, which relates specifically to promo bricks because they were in LAN and they aren't in LAN anymore, and they're probably one of the main causes. So that I think that's what he kind of means, particularly now. I'm leaving. Well, good. Michael won't hear what I have to say. And only use limited material from the LEGO group, be it existing set images, if any. From my understanding, if this is all out, it falls under fair use. So I believe that Justin's done a lot of legal and like looking up on this, because that is a big question I kind of had when all of this started, was like, is it actually legal? LEGO did say that they would take it down, and I think that's why, like, I know myself is mad and a lot of other people are mad too. Now, if LEGO doesn't want to keep us who cover these rumors inside the community, I understand. It's their discretion. If they don't, I don't want to be a part of this. I've had less fun with the LEGO community recently when I held myself back from covering something as simple as rumors. This is my personal experience, but I always suggest LAN to other RLFM, and the number one doubt people have is that LEGO will control their content if they join. I assure they're hands off, but now LEGO is controlling my content. This doesn't make me feel comfortable. There's threads for this, there's round tables, but I'm very busy myself. I just wanted to state my piece here and see what everyone thinks. And if the LEGO group can understand where I'm coming from and change their decision. I think it's very dangerous to try and control discussion in the fan community. I'm sure I will always love LEGO, and if the LEGO group chooses not to change this policy, I will still love, buy, and cover LEGO. I just won't be a part of LAN. So props to Justin, firstly, because I think a lot of us were scared. I know I've tried to talk about this, what's going on, what is LAN and why is this so serious? So LAN is the LEGO Ambassador Network. So like myself, Just Too Good, Ash and Flash are all a part of it. I do remember you, Jordan. Thank you for suggesting that one video idea. So we're all a part of it, and recently the rules in like regards to what we're allowed to talk about in regards to leaks and things like that have changed, which means basically we have to lie to you. And that's something that I don't like. And when these new rules were first put in place, it didn't sit right with me. And I want to play by the rules and I want to do what's right. But it's at the point now that I'm lying to my audience. For Holly, what for you is your opinion of what LAN is meant for? So this was actually a thread that popped up recently. And it was about like, why are you in LAN? Like, what do you think its purpose is? And honestly, I didn't respond to that thread publicly. I sent a message to the person I did my induction with, and I gave him my answer, because at that time, I had been contradicted. My content had been actively criticized multiple times, and my opinion was basically told it's wrong for me trying to express my thoughts on the leaks, and I did not like that at all. So I didn't publicly respond. The LAN to me is somewhere where I can represent not just myself, but you guys in the chat. And I know a lot of you guys like follow multiple accounts that probably are in LAN, but for me, oh, someone's replied or commented or something. I just heard a bing. But yeah, so for me, a big part of it was to represent the female LEGO community, because I grew up, there was only really Brick Queen. Oh, hey Jay. Important context and clarification, the rules have changed and there are less and less things you can comment on ours and RLFM. Thank you. Jay's Brick Blog, everyone. We love Jay in this chat. He's a great person. That's the thing. It's like, there's not much we can talk about anymore. For example, these rules, just to pinpoint it, happened immediately after those Harry Potter videos I did, okay? So all of that stuff, that's allowed. Now, if I was to do that same stuff, no, I'd get in trouble, potentially put on a 6-month probation, and then if I did it again, I would potentially get booted. At the start, it was only images with confidential icons that were not allowed to be shared. Exactly. Things have changed a lot. So basically, if it's not on a retail site, I can't talk about it. Now, I did pull up some examples on my phone. For example, LEGO leaked Venom themselves, okay? It's on the box of Carnage. You can see the scale thing. Like, they've done that themselves. Then, on retail sites, I have listed things saying that LEGO set number available on the 26th of the 4th, 2021. Now, this is off a website called bricksdirect.com, okay? So I have to cite it. It has to be on a retail site. The official name isn't on here. But considering we have, like, there is leaked photos of this. I'm not going to beat around the bush. There is leaked photos of that And Lego literally leaked it themselves yesterday, but can I talk about the full thing? No. Did we used to be able to? Yes. And that's the painful part. Now, I want to pull up Ash's photo for when I read through his, because I just feel like that's going to make it even... Nope, that's the wrong button. That's going to make it even better. I've got his sig fig saved in here, so I should be able to do this, theoretically. And now he's Snapchatting me. Ash, what is it? I'm busy. You know this. Where are you? Ash and Flash. There he is. Okay. We're just gonna... Oh, geez, he's a bit big. Oh, dear. I'll shrink him down. Okay, we'll just stick him over Justin. This is some quality, quality... Oops, that's me. Haha. Some quality making now. Now, let's test that this is actually correct, because I need another audio input capture. I do own a Nintendo Switch. I want to do Mario Kart on it later this week, so that should be pretty fun. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work properly, so bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, so this is Ash's statement. Full disclosure, he's given me permission to talk about it. He's also talked about it in his video, and he wanted me to do it in this text-to-speech. So, hopefully this works. What about my audio? Has it suddenly gotten much worse? What's happened? Audio is back. Okay, I had to switch around some settings, so bear with me. All right. Are your TikToks coming back? I've got a few ideas. I do have a few ideas. Okay, so this is Ash's post. Do I just tick yes? I can't hear it personally, so you need to let me know if that's happening. Wait, no, I need headphones and then I'll be able to hear. I should have planned this out better. Let me just stick my full headset on and then I'll be able to hear when it's over. Okay, let's go. Whoops. Is it working? No. Haha. Everything's fine. I don't know how to work this. Oh, I have to press play. Is this gonna do it? Please, because I'm getting hot.
I'm definitely having a similar thought process right now. I think after attending the meetings and everything and being told that Lego will be taking action against leaked information both in and outside of the LAN gave me a peace of mind about all this. But as this past week has shown, nothing was done. This was a huge week and that's probably an understatement. I understand not describing sets even, but not being able to talk about names, prices and release dates seems extreme. It's now even affecting my own content. I look foolish and quite honestly stupid when my comment section knows more and is discussing more about these sets than I am. To give you an example. Set names from an Italian site came out this week. I'm stuck saying set number 76,190 is Iron Man. Meanwhile other channels, forums, and Instagram posts all are sharing around the name of it being Iron Man. Ironmonger mayhem.
No, it's not.
There's no pretending this isn't out there, but yet I have to pretend it doesn't exist and I look like a fool. The verbiage that we are and aren't allowed to use is also too confusing to keep up with. I'm actively losing subscribers and people saying they'll just get their news elsewhere. Lego/LAN is creating a new market for channels to come in or fill the positions as news sources that we currently were holding. In the long run, why would they come to my channel at all for press releases when the set's already been leaked on another channel and nothing has been done? At the end of the day, I want to follow these rules as long as everyone's on the same playing field both in and outside of LAN. If Lego has a problem with us covering leaks, then they should have a bigger problem with people covering them who aren't inside LAN, who aren't even following confidentiality rules. If action isn't taken as promised, then I am heavily considering stepping down as well. As Justin mentioned, I've recommended and praised the benefits of being in LAN so much since the time I joined and even before. With press kit quality going down and not being offered sets that directly relate to the main theme of my channel. But, now to top it off with Lego controlling the content I've been making for nearly 3 years now, that they were well aware of when they asked me to apply to LAN. It might be time to part ways as well.
Okay, he's done, and I've unmuted myself. So that was Ash's little spiel there, okay? So now I'm going to read you my one. Okay, so firstly, I quoted Justin, where he said, "We as RLFM are told to ignore these rumors that are discussed in our communities and act ignorant to our audience." Then I quoted Ash saying, "I'm stuck saying set number 76190 is Iron Man. Meanwhile, other channels, forums, and Instagram posts are all sharing around the name of it being hypothetical name, blah, blah, blah." So I said, now, for all intents and purposes, you need background to this. So I attached a photo of a video that I'd seen, and it had been up for 20 hours and it's like on all of like the summer 2021 sets, and it's got 9,500 views at this time. All right, so there's your little context. Sorry, chat, I'm not reading you. I'm going to read this and then we'll listen to your thoughts. So it says, "I had this video appear in my YouTube recommended last night. 9.5K in 20 hours. YouTube will recommend videos with high engagement. They don't care about what rules are set by the Lego group. These things can spread like wildfire, and unless they are actively taken down, which YouTube has a system for, in fact, sometimes it can be too easy to take down content. LAN not talking about these things doesn't stop thousands of people learning about this information. LAN members are losing credibility by these remaining up. Whether or not they can be taken down, like Justin pointed out, is one thing, but we are told that this was going to happen and be the case. And as harsh as it is, and as harsh and sad as it is, those words from the confidentiality team feel very empty at the moment. So a bit more background. So Ash and I attended this confidentiality meeting along with a bunch of other LAN members. So we were told, and we asked the confidentiality team, like, what are you going to do about all of these leaks? Like, what are you going to do about text information? If we can't talk about it, like, is it going to be taken down and things like that? And they said yes. Now, whether or not that is legal is a completely different question. But we were told, yes, these information will be taken down. So from that means all of your Instagrammers, all of your YouTube videos, websites I think would be a lot harder, but Instagram and YouTube specifically, they have systems for this to happen, and they told us that was going to happen. Will you get into trouble with LAN for this stream? I don't think so. I mean, then maybe they won't be happy, but like, I want to talk about it. I have had permission from Ash to share his stuff, and Justin publicly posted his, so I'm not really breaking any like people's like boundaries or anything like that with this. Who on Insta? I'm not going to name names, but one of them's in the chat. Possibly two. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like, this information's not being taken down. Like I said, whether or not that's legal, completely different question. If it is legal, then why is it still up? If it's not legal, then why did you promise us that you would do it in the first place? And that's why I think I'm so mad, because they're expecting us to like behave like these perfect little ambassadors to not make their IP partners mad, but they're not afraid, like they just won't do anything to anyone else. And it's not good. And it's not fair, because we have to lie to you guys now. So then I quoted Ash again, where he said, "Lego/LAN is creating a new market for channels to come in and fill positions as news sources that we were currently holding." Now, this is something I spoke to Ash about when these rules first came into play, because when I was like thinking about leaving, I was like, look, there is now a market. People are going to make content on this because your big players are around. So like literally on YouTube, Justin and Ash are some of the top news channels that we had. And they're gone. People are unsubscribing from Ash. Like, they've said that in the comments, being like, I came here like just for this stuff. Like, I'm unsubscribing. I'll find it somewhere else. So it's like, with these two big channels out, there is a gap in the market, and you can see it being filled. For example, Asian Studios, literally in the chat, who's a great member of this community, comes into the game streams all the time. Like, he made a video, what's doing my jumper doing? On one of these things, and instantly it got like 1,000 views. So it's wild. It's wild. Because the whole point of LAN is that you're supposed to be like representing Lego, and they're supposed to like give you like advantages and things like that to help you make your content. Do I want a burger for lunch? Yes, I do, Mum. Let me just reply to her real quick and then see what Ash had to say. Yes. which is another point I want to bring up later about like the actual advantages of LAN. Oh, someone's replied and Ash thinks it's, hopes it's sarcasm. Well, that's fun. I'm going to read through that and we can see my live reaction without me saying anything. I can see you all talking, but I'm sorry. I'm going to keep telling my story and do it. I'll probably just get a chicken burger chat. Anyway, so next thing I said is I've seen so much of this, and it was one of my major issues that I had personally when the new rules were introduced. We were told one of the advantages of being a LAN member is that you get early access to information, but what's the point now? When all of this stuff is openly out there and remains out there for anyone to see. There is a whole new section of the LEGO community starting because there is a gap in the market caused by these new rules, whether we like it or not. There was no sense of fear or worry that these people will get in trouble because it is very rare that it does. Shang-Chi was the last instance, and even then the photos remained up. More leaked and full descriptions and details are out. Which I also, at the same time as replying to this, reported in a different forum. I was like, I literally went Lego Shang-Chi and I was like, what are you doing? I've also contemplated my place in LAN 2 upon these new rules. It's why I never publicly responded to the why are you in LAN thread. I've questioned many times, is it even worth being here if I can't share my honest thoughts about what's to come and have to silence myself? This would be very different, very in capital letters, if it was an even playing field in regards to this stuff. Even when I have evidence and find links and clues to what might be coming in a set, I feel like I have to keep my mouth shut and not even speculate what I would have anyway, because there's written descriptions or photos out there. Now that statement is, do I need to reply to what burger I want? Please hold. So that one in particular is about those Mickey Mouse sets, okay? So let's think about it like that. I can see Michael saying something. I can't see the full thing, so I'm just going to keep going. So Mickey Mouse, for example, I had all of these guesses, all of these speculations, and like all of these ideas. There was factual evidence as well, that being the set numbers and how they like continue on. That made me draw all of these conclusions. And I made the video before even seeing that the photos had leaked of this stuff. And everyone comes into my comments being like, you're guessing this because it's true. Like, that's been confirmed. And I'm like, I look like an idiot. I saw Brickwitchery say that I think Ash said they discourage speculation. See, this is an interesting point because I have been told by one staff member that they love speculation. They love speculation videos. The team watches them and they laugh because of how wrong we are or if we're on the right track or things like that. But I think there's a very clear line. They love speculation if it's like 6 months or more out. It's like, that's why I made my Harry Potter video so early, because I would not be able to do that now. Someone from LAN leaked a set, someone from LAN leaked an entire theme, and we all know who that was, and that's why these rules are in place. They are now no longer in LAN, but these rules are still in place. That's kind of what happened. But even then, it's like, he didn't get that information from LAN. So like, are we really all going to be punished because he got information from someone else? He's now not even there. It's a mess, basically. But yeah, I think they don't like doing that. Just to play devil's advocate, personally, I don't think LAN/A4LED is to be blamed. The recent thing is probably other departments, licensing, marketing, putting pressure on LAN. I definitely think so too. Especially with like the IP partners and things like that. Like, it's definitely not LAN. Like, they're going to be pressured from other people. But I think the problem with LAN right now is that it feels like our thoughts aren't being communicated. Like, we're told that they are, and things like that. This was already a problem before he leaked the set list. Exactly. Like, this problem has existed for ages. That's the thing. It's like, it's always there. Like, it's always been around. It's always been a thing. And personally, I think it's getting worse. But I think the problem right now, especially, is like Disney's getting mad. Disney is getting mad, which is why they're like having to do all of this stuff. Right, where was I up to? Okay, so, oh yeah, even playing field. I said that. I want to play by the rules like everyone here, but at the moment I'm walking on eggshells trying to figure out what I can and can't speculate about. What's being posted on retail sites, and even having to dodge questions when I start to read comments on a live stream and then halfway through realize it's not allowed to come out of my mouth. If a LAN member was leaking it themselves, like what caused this change in the first place, I see a big issue. But when the information's already out there and members of my community are commenting on it, asking for my thoughts, I look like an idiot because I can't even read a set's name. I don't want to feel like this, but it's starting to become more frustrating for me and more effort than I think it's worth. I report these leaks on the forums and hope that something will happen, and it very rarely does, and I think to myself, what's the point? If these types of leaks are really as harmful as we've been told, I can't help but think that these types of videos and posts wouldn't still be up days or even months later, like in the case of Star Wars or Harry Potter. Now, yeah, it's a mess. It's sad because when I went to the meeting, we basically, like, the first thing we got told is, like, how, like, damaging these things can be, and I completely understand it. It's like, it makes it very hard for like Lego's competitors, and I think the problem they're facing right now is technology's improving. These knockoff brands are getting better and they're cheaper, so people, especially those ones that like directly rip off like Lego's, like literally their copyrights, which is illegal. It's like, it's making it a lot harder. I don't understand why they didn't act on it earlier. Exactly. So I think what needs to happen is they really need to streamline their channels and things like that. And I know that they said they're working on that, but I think that's what they need to really focus on the most. And it's so annoying because it's out there. It's public information. I can read it. You can read it. And like, we're the ones who aren't allowed to talk about it because they've said that like it looks bad if an ambassador for Lego is talking about it, which then brings the question, it's like, well, then is there like a partnership that we can do where we're not ambassadors? Like, if you want to market and advertise your sets by like having like early reviews out there, like do so, but don't have us be ambassadors for you. Because also the thing is, a lot of the ambassadors, it's like they are more trustworthy than just your average like 12-year-old with like 50 followers on Instagram who's just posting leaks because it's fun. Like, they'll post anything. We're not going to talk about confidential images. We're not going to do like full detailed breakdowns of like descriptions and things like that. Like, for example, I look back at Winnie the Pooh, right? Where's my little Winnie the Pooh figure? Please hold. There he is. Okay. So for example, I feel attacked, Michael. You're not 12. You're 11. Get it right. Okay? I mean, Michael, I definitely don't agree with like half the stuff you do, but like, or like some of your opinions, but at the same time, it's like, you're on Instagram. You're not doing this for money. There are people on YouTube who only post about leaks, don't engage in the community, and they get paid for it, which is my big problem. I'll say what I said on Ash's stream, either do everything or nothing at all, because doing half causes more problems. That's the point where we're at. I think they only do once off giving out sets, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, in terms of like review offers, that's what I'm trying to talk about. If I were in LAN, I would never mention publicly a non-Lego brand, period. Okay, come and attack me for doing that Bunnings video. I mean, here's the thing, like, you know how people buy like direct knockoffs of like Lego sets? For example, like that Vincent van Gogh Lego Ideas thing that's like already a thing on like AliExpress. I would never buy something like that. But like the Bunnings ones where it's like Lego's not making Lego Bunnings sets. Like, I didn't have any problems doing that. All right, anyway, back to my point. So Winnie the Pooh. Hello. Focus. No, not gonna focus. Fine. Winnie the Pooh. We all know what he looks like. He's been announced now. So a photo of this leaked ages ago, and before the rules changed. So I made a video on it, basically being like, oh, are we having molded heads? And I like kind of talked about the figure, and I was like, oh yeah, like if this is real, like it looks cool. Like, I'm not confirming it. I'm not saying it's a real figure or anything like that. But it's like I kind of went over just my thoughts and things like that. I didn't show the photo. I showed photos of like Duplo Winnie the Pooh and like Disneyland Winnie the Pooh and things like that. But it's like, I'm not going to go into a full detailed description of this thing because then competitors can go and do it. So I do understand the dangers, but I think right now, like if they were just like, all right, don't describe the sets, don't describe photos. Okay. Like, awesome. I'll stay. Like, that's awesome because like I can talk about a set name then, and I can talk about like the price and things like that. I can still do my speculation. Like, I'll still have to walk on eggshells a bit, but like it's messy. So then another thing I talked about is I said, I don't see how retailer names aren't damaging, but these leaked ones are. The fact that we can talk about names and prices seems very can't talk about names and prices, seems very controlling, when a retailer could go and post the full name now and all of a sudden it's fine and doesn't harm IP partners. Which is like specifically to do with like there's one retailer which had really bad translations of sets for superheroes. So like they said Iron Man. And I was like, yeah, like the name's out there. Like what's the big difference to me? I don't completely see it. I haven't seen like a response or like an answer to that. I'm still kind of confused. Is that okay to not describe stuff as long as you describe something, just general thoughts? Well, that's the thing. I can't even give you my thoughts because I can't, like, if a set name's not posted on a retail site, I can't talk about it at all. Where it's like, if they were just like, don't describe stuff, like you can only talk about your thoughts based off the name and the price, I'll go to town. I will go to town. Like, it's wild. Right, how else did I say? Oh yeah, so then I went on to talk about how, like, when I do that, like, specifically in regards to what I saw on Ash's comment section, because I watched that video, because he told me, he's like, he was checking Instagram every 30 minutes, looking for someone to find out if it was posted on a retail site. There was finally somewhere, slow mode please, okay. I'll do it, like, briefly, because I've just seen how, like, quickly this has climbed up in viewers, so we'll go 15 seconds, because I'm not evil. But at the same time, I do want some peace. Did that work? Did that work? Oh, it's loading. Okay. So, yeah. So in his comments, people are basically saying, you're wrong. It's this. No, it's this. Actually, that's not right. It's actually this. Did you know that this comes with this, 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 and this? The set, it looks like this. It's described to be this. Oh, that ship is actually this ship. And like... It was wild. Do you think that it's unfair that LEGO is controlling your creativity at this point? I don't necessarily think they're controlling my creativity, but they're definitely controlling the content I put out now, which I don't agree with. And I guess it's just a decision I have to weigh up at the end of the day, which is this is the worst thing, because it's like, I don't want to leave LAN, but at the same time, I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to be dishonest. I don't want to act like, I don't want to have to ignore you when talking about this. Take your own advice, flip a coin on whether or not you stay or leave LAN. If you don't like what you get, do the opposite. That's what I'm thinking of doing, but I also do want to get your input on it, because at the end of the day, I applied to LAN for not just myself, like for you guys. Like, yes, it was going to help me grow my channel, but at the same time, it's like, I want it to be the best decision for you guys, because it affects the type of content that I'm going to put out. And I definitely think if Justin leaves, like LAN's lost a lot. I keep looking at myself, I'm sorry. Yeah, if Justin leaves, LAN's lost a lot of credibility. Like, look at the size of Justin. He's got 500,000 subscribers, have been there for ages. Like, he is a loyal person. So, it's been a mess. Stay in LAN. But why, Jake? I need an argument. So what else did I say? Oh yeah, I had to restrict it. Oh yeah, so then I talked about like the benefits and things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my last post because I want to see the latest post that Ash sent me a screenshot of. Right, let me read it and we'll see. Ugh! I can't tell you who wrote this, but basically... It's ridiculous. It's easy to change it from the inside than the outside. That's the problem, Jay. As I know. I hope this is sarcasm. Jay, can you do me a huge favor and read the last post on that forum and tell me if you think that this is sarcasm, because I'm really offended right now. Like, really offended. Because at the moment, yes, like I say, okay, so I'm going to read you like this latest post. So I don't want to tell you what this person said, what's going on. Oh, Lily, you got a lot to catch up on, dude. Whew, you got a lot to catch up on. Look, we should write out the pros and cons. That's what we're going to do after I've read this post, okay? Oh, guys, this is a conversation. So to sum it up, because I don't want to name names and I don't want to directly quote this person, but to sum it up, they basically said, actually, I will quote this. They said, nobody needs another Lego Leak channel. Then they went on to say that we should be embarrassed if the success of like our content like purely like goes on like purely like revolves around what they said in quote low effort content, and I'm purely quoting this because I do quote it in my response. And then they said like your goal like should be to like be unique, be different, and not just a rush to be first. And I read this morning. I had just woken up and this was the first thing I saw. So it really struck a nerve with me. That comment was absolutely flippant. Yeah, that's what I thought. And yeah, I'm mad. And Jay, I've spoken to you about this to you before. It's like, at the moment, like, yes, this started with me and the leak rules, but at the moment, it's now becoming like more so, it's like, all right, yeah, we've got all of these strict rules in regards to leaks, but now I have members of LAN criticizing my content, and it's disgusting. Like, I feel attacked, and this has happened so many times by more and more people. Important thing about some people on LAN, lots of virtue signaling and people on high horses. That's what I found. It's like people are trying to put them up on this pedestal and act like they're better than everyone else. And I hate it. I hate it. It's such a toxic community. Like, it's bad. Like, I love reading the forums, but the amount of toxicity I see, the thing that LEGO themselves asked for these people to join LAN after seeing their content and what they post, if they didn't want them to them, why would they recruit them? I don't get it. That's my point exactly, and that's what I'm literally going to write a reply to once I've done. LMAO LAN is toxic. Yeah, mini brick. I think you've like, don't. I know you were talking about how you weren't going to apply. Literally, don't. I don't think it's worth it. That's the thing. It's like, I'm at the point where I wouldn't even recommend it. Wouldn't. Don't take the bait. Okay. See, I trust Jay. I trust you, Jay. You're smart. You're level-headed. Literally every response he has to things. If people don't like your content, then you're blind. Thank you. Because LEGO isn't just going to let anyone leak, especially people associated with the company like LAN members. Why not just say you get free LEGO and also the sets get revealed anyway? Yeah, fair enough. But that's the thing. It's like information and stuff like that. You can't strike it. They lied. Legally, I don't think they can. I just got here. What's going on? You're going to have to start from the beginning. All right. So this is my latest response to basically someone saying that I should be embarrassed, that there's too many, like, you don't need any more leak channels, and that leak and like news videos are low effort content. Okay. So I replied, keep in mind, I had just woken up. This is the first thing I've seen, and this is like the 5th or 6th time that I've had to defend my content on this platform now. So it says, I said, I'm quite frankly appalled to see someone on LAN come and criticize other members' content and call it low effort. For things like this, yes, the main goal is to be first, which is why myself and others are refreshing Instagram almost every hour in typically busy news season periods. In brackets, I wrote March/April, October/November. Checking our messages in case a community member has spotted something and finding sources that we can link to and or mention depending on the information. Half the time I would be up until 2 a.m. In brackets, I put Harry Potter books Jan 2021. I kid you not. I was on a Discord call with Ash at 2 a.m. and I'm looking at Instagram and like, I'm about to go to bed. I'm about to pass out. I'm exhausted. And I see the LEGO Harry Potter books flip out. Like I'm refreshing. Like I always check Instagram before I go to bed just in case. Refresh it, Harry Potter books come out. And I was like, I have to do this right now. It is 2 a.m. and I have to do this. I was like, I'm in LAN. I wasn't at that point. There was no press kit for anything like that. Ash is shocked. We both hang up on each other, go and film our videos, go and edit them, rush to get them up. Like, it was 2 a.m. Like, I'm not even kidding. That literally happened. It's like, he will back me up on that. You shouldn't call other people's videos low content. Exactly. That's why I went ham on this guy. And then I said, and or rush out of bed in the morning, because that's also happened a lot of times for me. Once there's something, you have to find all the images you want to use, maybe some old ones for comparison, sit down and record your video. For me, that's around 10 minutes. Then immediately I sit and edit. Admittedly, I've been editing for 7 years now, with 3 years being professionally, so I'm very fast at that part. But even then, I try not to go for more than 15 minutes so I can be as quick as possible. Then you have to wait to export and upload. With my computer speeds and internet, that's around 12 minutes. Next, I have to open Photoshop, import my pre-saved PNG assets on the theme, download the images I want to put in, and create a thumbnail, which often I'll just have a dummy one at this point. I'll add in my video cards, end screen pop-up, and publish the video. Then I go back into Photoshop for upwards of 20 minutes trying to create the perfect thumbnail. Then I'll replace the current one. So for that one low effort video, that's over an hour of physical work on the video, plus hours of time refreshing and researching. Then I also go through and read every single comment and try to respond to people's questions and comments as well. In the case of the Harry Potter leaks, back before the new rules were in play, people were photoshopping blank Harry Potter figures for their thumbnails, which is not a quick and easy effort. It's a color. I enjoyed these videos because I love to share my thoughts, speculations, and hear what others' thoughts were too. These purely photographic videos as well let me do some cool transitions and start discussions with my communities that last for months up until and including a set's release. Even with the set's announcements, this process would apply because not everything gets a press kit. So while even in LAN, you have to be on your toes 24/7. I know Ashton has spoken on his channel and live streams before about having to wake up every hour from 6 a.m. to check for LEGO news, so I'm not alone. Justin has even recorded videos in airport toilets and trains. Let's not forget, even in LAN, Justin learnt about the launch of Super Mario from the top of Mount Fuji and then proceeded to film a video in capital letters on the mountain because he wanted to share this with his community as soon as possible because of how much Nintendo means to him. The fact that I feel the need to defend my content on LAN and why I make videos makes me feel sick. I do not feel embarrassed in the slightest to have made this content, nor do I feel embarrassed to question and express my opinions towards the new rules that affect what content I post. If you don't want to post these things, that's perfectly fine because that's up to you, but don't ever criticize those who do. Okay, and I saw Flynn saying, don't worry about LAN being rude, they are a school bully. That's the problem. I'm getting bullied by middle-aged adults. Okay? I am 21 years old and I want to make whatever I want to make. I'm going to follow the rules, but do not call my content low quality. Do not say that I should be embarrassed. It's like they don't know what I do. Okay? Like, is this drama really all worth the free logo? That's the point. That's the thing, Lily. It's like, firstly, I have all of the things that like I'm supposed to follow. Then I've got these people attacking my content, calling it low quality and saying that I should be embarrassed. Like, it's so rude. And literally, you get sent the code of conduct upon induction. It's literally the second comment is be respectful to other LAN members. That is horrible. I'm all for constructive criticism, okay? I'm fine with that. That's okay. But it's do not call it low quality. That's disgraceful. That's the first part of my thing. Then I went on even more, okay? Because this just never ends. I was fired up at this point. Oh, okay. Then I said, and I bolded this and underlined it. And I said, not every outlet focuses on the same things. If nobody needs another LEGO League channel, then why can't that expression stretch to a LEGO channel in general? It's a heavily saturated market as is. Literally coming from someone who joined recently, okay? Keep that in mind as well. People do these things because they enjoy it. They want to share their thoughts and ideas and have a creative outlet. I agree 100% that this is important to have a unique voice and perspective, but it's naive to think that this can be applied to videos or articles surrounding LEGO leaks and rumors. For example, Justin's news videos focus on being short and concise and getting his main thoughts out as well as any other relevant info. They typically are only 1 to 3 minutes long. On the other hand, Ash takes a more detailed approach, going through details, doing research on set patterns, as well as sharing a lot of his thoughts and theories and expectations. Justin and Ash, up until recently, have been some of the biggest news outlets on YouTube and both continue to play by the rules. Thank you, Brady, for the $2. I'm late. I'm sorry. I'm working on Harry Potter mocks. Dude, you have a lot to catch up on. I'm sorry for you. I am sorry for you. What that person said is disgusting. I know, little Lego. Back to what I was saying. All right. So, yeah. They're the biggest news outlets on YouTube and both have continued to play by the rules. They would rake in massive numbers and have such high community engagement, and this would lead to growth in their communities and countless discussions. For Justin, these discussions would bleed into his Reddit, and for Ashton, it would do the same but for his live streams on his second channel. Both cover the same content but do it in a vastly different style, and a lot of the time I watch both of these videos even if I made my own because I want to know their thoughts. If LAN members can't share their thoughts and excitement with communities on even just set names and prices, it takes away a lot of potential engagement and discussion, which we would be having and would increase growth for RLFM. Both have vastly different news styles and usually are the first to post about non-press kit news. That's why they have hundreds of thousands of people come back time and time again to their channels. They, like myself, never showed leak photos, which a lot of these new channels will, and they still had the success because they were trusted and honest, and now have to actively ignore and possibly even lie to members of their community. Then at the very end, we have the discussion of potentially leaving LAN started with new rules, but for me, another major factor has always been my interactions with other ambassadors on the forums. When other ambassadors are openly and repeatedly disrespecting and disregarding the content of fellow ambassadors, I'm left feeling the need to constantly defend myself and my content. Why should I remain in a program where my opinions and my content is not respected by my peers? So, yeah. So this then brings me to our pros and cons list, all right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's a lot harder for me to leave LAN because of the difference it makes for me financially. And I'm not going to lie to you guys about that, all right? At the end of the day, I don't want to feel like I'm being bought my silence, which I think is the big issue. However, I'm not going to lie to you and say that the support and the free review copies that LAN can provide me is very helpful to my channel, okay? Like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Ash and Justin have massive channels. Okay, you look at the views they have, they make more money than me. They can afford to, they can literally afford to leave LAN and still buy lots of Lego. Okay, last year I spent a lot of money on Lego, and one of the things I was most excited for was like the fact that, yeah, I'd be able to kind of like have a weight lifted off my shoulders. Would you rather get free Lego or freely post what you want? That's what I've come to now. It's like, I'm not going to lie to you. The free Lego is very beneficial to me. Okay, because of how small my channel is and the fact that I'm trying at this point to make it my full-time thing. I'm not going to lie to you and say that that's not like a beneficial factor. Okay, so like, for example, I got sent Winnie the Pooh, which was a big thing for me. I mean, I was gonna, thank you Lily for the $1. I love that you've like sent that as well at the time I'm talking about finance. So yeah, Winnie the Pooh for me, I was gonna buy that set anyway, but the fact that I got to get it early was amazing. So it saved me $160. Then I got the press kit on it and that video did really well. Then the review was my still is my number one video out of my last 10 videos. Like, that's done amazing. In fact, I'm pretty sure from like looking, like I'm gonna talk myself up here and hype I'm getting really hot. Can I turn my fan on and people not kill me? Is that okay? To get a frozen Coke to make you feel better. Thank you. So yeah. I'm going to toot my own horn for a second here and say that my Winnie the Pooh video is the highest viewed one on YouTube at the moment, which is solely because Justin didn't do his, but that's beside the point. It's ahead of Ash's, which I'm honestly shocked by, and I think most of that does come down to the thumbnail. Thank you, Bellatrix, for another $3. Just finished sorting a quarter of a bag of Lego. No AC in Australia. No, my parents just don't like putting it on, ever. So, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, the financial things of that is a really big benefit. Like, I can live without the free Lego, don't get me wrong, but it means I wouldn't be able to buy as much, I wouldn't be able to review as much, like, I'd have to be a lot more selective, but at the same time, it's like, this could benefit. See, Rogue Gamer, because of the rules, I can't even talk about that. And I want to say no, purely because of just the annoyance it gives me. But yeah. Yeah. I'll make you an awesome Lego and makeup gift box. Thank you, Brady. But yeah, so don't leave. LAN absolutely needs more women. That's the whole reason I applied in the first place. And it's at the point now, the sig fig fell over. Oh no. Oh. Well, I don't really want to go save her, so sorry. But yeah, I'm at the point now where I feel like I'll wait and I'll do a year. I'll do a year. And at the end of my year, which I think I'll just end in October because like nothing happens in November and December, we'll see where we're at. because I definitely want the freedom, but at the same time, I'm really happy and grateful that I get to represent, like, the women in the LEGO community, and, like, that's the thing. Don't change who you are. A lot of us joined you before you joined LAN. That's the thing. $2 to smack the LAN people. Oh, geez. She's okay, yeah, she said she's dying. Alright, okay, now I feel bad. We'll save her. We'll save her. Oh, my hair fell off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, me. No. There we go. Who saved me? Sucks to have to search for new YouTubers after years because they can't say anything. Exactly. Like, that's the thing. It's like, yes, alright, so here we go. We're going to do the advantages. Alright? And I'm going to get real with you. We're going to talk about finances. Oopsies. Finance as well. Okay? Number 1. Advantage. Free LEGO. I know for a lot of people that's the whole reason you sign up. Personally, it wasn't for me, but it was a big thing that, like, I've been able to benefit by. For example, I've got Mos Eisley sat in my wardrobe, sent from LAN, and I want to do build streams of that. I'm going to do multiple of them, so that's going to get me, like, probably 4 or 5 weeks of, like, stream income. That's, like, 4 or 5 weeks of videos that I can do. Like, we got that fact. Then you also get, like, your early review copies, Winnie the Pooh, but, like, I was going to buy these sets anyway. If I get sent Harry Potter, like, I would have bought that anyway. That would have been great. LEGO is in a tight spot with working with IP partners. I get where they're coming from. I get the thing with the IP partners. I'm just more hurt that they said that they would strike information and then haven't. Like, I get that maybe legally we can't do that, but that hurts. The photos especially, like, they're just not taking them down. Like, I get where they're coming from, but they're not taking action, I don't think, in the right places. And my super chats into Rue Brady. So yeah, you've definitely got, like, your review offers and, like, your support and things like that. Then you've got, like, the roundtables and the interview opportunities, which I'm not going to talk about exactly, but I do have some, like, exciting things coming up that I'm able to do, which I'm very excited for. And it's like, there's no way I would have been able to do that without LAN. Like, for example, I got to talk to the Lego house designers. Like, the guy who designed the molding machine, he designed Ninjago City Gardens. So, like, I got to talk to him. I got to be a part of that meeting, the confidentiality meeting as well. Like, it's amazing to have context and things like that. If it was all Lego's IPs, I think there would be much more different situation where Lego could give more leeway. That's the thing. It's like, how haven't they done that for, like when when they redid the new rules, why didn't they do, like, IP? Because, like, it's harder, but, like, with our stuff, yeah, you can talk about set names and, like, stuff like that, and prices. I'm interested, actually. I might ask them that in the next roundtable meeting, like, why don't we have 2 different sets of rules for, like, Lego's own IPs and for the other ones? What did I say? Oh, yeah, interview opportunities. Then you've also got just the fact that you get to represent your community, which is a huge honor, and it's something I'm really proud and grateful for. Another pro. What did I say? Interview opportunities, support, thingy, being able to represent. Oh, being able to connect with a bunch of people that I wouldn't have before. I've met a lot of people, or, like, at least recognize a lot of people from LAN, which is amazing. I think it's amazing. Like, for example, I wouldn't have properly met Jay's Brick Blog, who I've admired for years, and I'm grateful to have him as a friend. He's a great person. So it's like, I probably wouldn't have met him if I didn't join LAN. So there's my 4 cons that I can think of. If you can think of anything else, please let me know. But those are the ones that I, like, consider most. Then on the other hand, we have a lot more restrictions in regards to what I can talk about. It's caused me a lot of mental stress, which I think is the problem right now, because, like, I can't remember what's been on a retail site, what I can talk about, like, what's still iffy. Like, I know photos and, like, stuff like that is iffy, but, like, in terms of specifically set names and prices and set numbers, that one's, like, really hard to keep track of. Constant disregard for my content on the LAN forums by a variety of members, as we've seen in my descriptions, did not appreciate that at all. So, like, numerically wise, we have more advantages than we do have cons, but the cons are big cons. Like, I can live without the free Lego. I don't need it. Like, yes, financially, it's going to benefit me a lot, and I'm not going to lie about that. For example, if I'm fortunate enough to receive the entirety of, like, the summer Harry Potter wave, that's easily, like, 1,000 or more Australian dollars. Jay, thank you so much for the $20. Hashtag not all RLFMs. Be the change you want to see. Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Jay, you're amazing. Thanks for being my friend, and thanks to LAN for letting me meet Jay. Can we just say that? Claps around. See, LAN's not all that bad, but like, it's doing my head in. Yeah, just mentally, it's draining. It's very draining. Do what makes you feel good. I hope they go easy on the rules. I feel like they point a gun at you guys on what to say and all that. Antonio's bricks, someone from LAN said something. No, I didn't say any names. It wasn't Antonio's bricks. I didn't name names, just someone said it. Oh wait, you were talking to Antonio's bricks. Oh, I didn't see that. Ha, sorry. Sorry. But that's the thing. They need to say the rules publicly. Why do we have to rely on members to pass on the information? I prefer it just to hear from LEGO themselves. Yeah. Like, I'm interested to see where this goes. Like, I'm definitely not going to jump up and quit all of a sudden. Because I want to see... Like, I want to hear what happens at this next confidentiality meeting, first and foremostly. I want to see what they come back with in like, regards to, like, some sort of middle ground. Because to me, prices and set names, I feel like is a lot. Descriptions I get, because descriptions are extremely harmful to LEGO, and, like, they're definitely going to get pressure from their IP partners. But at the same time, if they are getting that pressure from IP partners, you need to start striking photos. Information, like... Legally, I don't think that can be a thing. Yes, they said it could be a thing, but they didn't. Like, I think they just said that to get us to calm down, so. Just do what bets for you. I can almost guarantee that, agree that if you leave LAN, you'll barely lose any subscribers. We're here and you subscribe to you, not LAN. That's a good point, Cameron. But here's another thing. Think about it theoretically, right? If Justin, Ash, and I all leave, the biggest... at least I know YouTube-wise on LAN that will remain is David. Solid bricks. And like for him, I can see LAN being very beneficial because he's a mock builder. Like you need a lot of parts. That's an expensive hobby to do. At the same time, it's like he's very respected. He doesn't really talk too much about like many other themes besides Star Wars. Yes, his Star Wars video was like one of the most successful ones on his channel recently. But at the same time, he doesn't necessarily need it. At least I think in David's case. I mean, I'm just making assumptions. But yeah, like, he's not the type of person that would, like, comment on leaks, so it's not too big of a deal for him. Like, it's definitely something that I like talking about on live streams and, like, on my gaming channel, on streams like this. I just don't want to feel like I'm lying. Yeah, Jang isn't in LAN either. Because what I'm currently thinking at the moment is, like, I'm just going to leave it, see how we go for the year, because at least, like, this sounds so selfish on my part, but it's like Harry Potter's come out, Star Wars has come out, like we pretty much know everything. Not that I can talk about it, but we know that it's there. Like we know what it is, so it's not like I'm missing out on like an opportunity to like let you guys know and start those conversations and things like that. So the disrespect on the LAN forums is unacceptable, and LEGO needs to do something about it as a completely separate, unrelated issue to leaks. I know. I have, like, going back to that point, actually, I have reported, and I have commented on this. The first time I just said, like, I am being disrespected, and it was, like, on a catch-up meeting. It was, like, 3 months, like, let's see how we go. Turns out I was the only one that showed up to the meeting, so it was just me and the guy who inducted me. And I basically said to him, I was like, I feel, like, really disrespected. And, like, before as well, there was someone who was, like, questioning why people got onboarded, and I said, like, I feel horrible for myself, not just for myself, but for other people as well who have just joined LAN. Like, I feel horrible. Then I got disrespected on the LAN forums, and, like, I'm sweating. I know. It's hot, Michael. It's 29 degrees Celsius. It's a lot. But yeah, I don't want it to feel like I'm in school, because I personally see LAN as more of a university. It's like, you sign up, you follow the rules, you do your work as promised, but like you don't have to be there. You can drop out. Whereas like if it was a school, I think it would be more like stricter and like, no, you have to. Where it's like, at the same time, it's like literally there's a code of conduct and people aren't following it. And I've complained about it and I'm like, hello, like what's going on? And they said, yeah, we're going to try and do something like that. Because literally he said to me, I feel like people don't have an outlet to let out their anger. And I think that is so true. So true. Coming from the video game community, striking leaked images / sensitive information is the norm. It's strange to me that LEGO isn't doing this across the board. It's the simplest and most fair way. It's so true. It's so true. It's like, but my big issue is you look back at 2018 and you striked the brick show for Lego Harry Potter minifigures. Like, how long has LAN been around anyway? Apparently a lot longer than I think, because some people come on and they're like, well, I've been here for like X amount of years now. It's usually like around 10 or 8 or something, just a long period of time, and act like they're superior to everyone else, which is another thing I don't appreciate. I feel really bad coming on here and like talking about other LAN members like that, but it's the truth. Like, it's rough, it's toxic, it's mentally draining and things like that. Leaks build hype. They do to an extent. Like, I can see where Lego's coming from saying they're damaging, and I can see, for example, with Michael's post saying they build hype. I don't agree with everything Michael said in his post. I think he did come off a bit entitled, and that's saying that as someone who's friends with Michael. Like, he did come off a bit entitled. I didn't agree with everything he said, but it's the truth. Like, leaks do help build hype. I don't think photo leaks is still a good thing. Information, though, yeah. I can agree with information. I don't agree with photos, though, definitely. Like, that's a lot more damaging. I just described the Lego community. True. Ouch. Yeah. That's the thing, Michael. I'm not going to lie to you just because I'm friends with you. I don't agree with people being yes people. That's just a fact. My tea's getting cold. They build the hype for me so much, otherwise I would quit Lego. But here's the thing as well with, like, not even just like Lego, with just collecting a hobby as in general. I think someone brought this up. It's like people are always excited for what's next. Like, you look at Funko and you're like, oh yeah, like, what's the next pop are they gonna do? What's the next theme? Like, who are the next ones they're gonna create? Shoes. What's the next Yeezy sneaker that's gonna come out? Oh, I'm excited. Like, keen. Like, people are excited. Is that the full thoughts on it? I'll probably have to read it again and then I'll message you my full thoughts on it. Because I do want, like, your ego is very big right now, Michael. Or at least it has been recently. And I'm like, dude, chill out. I love you, but chill out. Oh. I have watched that movie, Aldo, and I cringed so much. So much. Leaks help me budget my logo. Yeah, that's a thing as well. Like, that's a thing that I don't think I can ignore. And I think because they've had to push their, like, announcements so far back, that's definitely something to consider as well. I don't, like, if they announce things maybe 2 months before, I think that would help. Minimum wage here is $500. People don't have $800 lying around for certain UCS set. We need info in advance. See, that's a big thing as well. It's like Lego is getting expensive. Like, it's not necessarily overpriced. Some things definitely are. But it's like, it is expensive. It's expensive. They should do something about the toxic communities between LAN members. Usually someone will come on and be like, play nice, everyone. But that's about it. Like, it honestly feels like there's all these rules set in place, but, like, they don't do anything about them. Like, it's like, be nice to your fellow people. Don't do this, don't do that. But then they never, like, enforce it. So it's rough. I mean, they are quite lenient. Like, if someone does accidentally slip up in terms of, like, the rumors and leak thing, like, they're not just gonna put you on probation instantly. But at the same time, it's like, I wonder if someone did knowingly go and post a video. Like, if I was to go and talk about all the superhero stuff, like, what would happen? Would they actually put me on probation if I, like, played dumb? That's the thing. It's like, I don't know. And I've said this to them as well. I was like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like much is being done. Lego enforces leak rules worse than they enforce Lego Ideas rules, and that's saying a lot. I did not think about that. When is your chicken burger coming? Soon, hopefully, because I'm kind of hungry. But at the same time, I like talking about this stuff because it's been on my mind for a really long time. I just think it's like if you drop a bottle of water okay, you know, literal point. I dropped this water bottle recently, which is why there's a dent on it. I dropped it on the floor. The water spilled everywhere, okay? This bottle is the Lego leaks. The water, no, wait. This bottle is Lego, no. This bottle is the secret information. Inside is the leaks itself. So I dropped the bottle, the water spills everywhere, okay? What Lego is trying to do is get, like, a tiny section of water to stop spreading and think that everything will get back. No, they put a tiny bit of water back into the bottle and they think that it will just stop spreading. Meanwhile, the rest of the water has coated the floor, and it is a mess. Was that a good metaphor? I used to be kind of good at doing that. Wouldn't review copies be more beneficial for your channel than being able to repeat on leaks? For me, that's an easy decision. That's the thing, David. Financially, yes. But at the same time, morally, I don't agree with that, because I feel bad, because then it feels like I'm just being bought to not express my true thoughts and things that I want to do. Because I enjoy the community aspect of being able to talk about it on a stream and things like that. Like when I get questions and comments. Like I just like discussing it in general. And things like that. Like I love having those conversations, but yeah, it would. Review copies and things like that are going to be extremely beneficial for my channel. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the hard part. That's where I'm stuck at the moment. And morally it feels horrible, because I'm like, I shouldn't be bought to not express my true thoughts. But at the same time, my channel's not as big as Justin and Ash's. I'm not making as much money as them. I wouldn't be able to buy as much stuff. Like I'm trying to save for a house. I'm trying to save to do stuff. I have to dye my hair every few months so that I can look like I did when I was 7. It's expensive. So yeah, it's rough. I should start a podcast. I was actually thinking about that, funnily enough, Bellatrix. I think this is kind of like one of those things. It wouldn't be a live podcast, but I was thinking about like sitting down and like recording videos about like my dark age and things like that, and like getting back into Lego and like just basically a bunch of like Lego topics that like I have all these stories for and I haven't like properly expressed. That's why I have people come into my streams who talk about the rumors. I just sit and listen. You still get partial engagement. That's the thing. It's like I see all of the comments and I read them. Sometimes I like, because I'm the person that's like, I start reading and I don't understand what they've said, and then halfway through I realize that they've said like a name and I'm like, oh, can't say that. So it's like, it's a one-sided conversation basically, kind of like me in my videos. Like, you guys can comment, but mostly it's a one-sided conversation because you can't reply in real time like you could a stream. But then, at the same time, in a stream, if you guys commented, I can see it, I just can't say anything. Yeah, Emmasaurus, you missed a lot. I feel bad for you especially because like you've just recently applied and then all of this has happened and you're probably not feeling very confident or happy right now. You should do a timeline of your Lego experience. That's what I was thinking. Holly can't talk. It will. Guys, also, by the way, I'm thinking of changing my name again, but now I'm contemplating not doing Holly can't or Holly can build. That was my original choice. But now I'm like, ooh, do I really want it to just be like Lego titled? I don't know. But I was planning on doing that on my 10th anniversary, which is in April, from my first video. Fun fact, everyone. We just went way off topic. Oh, superhero, a TikTok reference / Hamilton reference in my chat. I love that. Do Potter minifigs. Literally one of my friends yelled that last night. It was actually kind of funny. I probably wouldn't though. I mean, Potter minifig pals will always be a part of me, but I feel like I do want to change it. Change it to Queen. No. Yeah, I want to do something special for that 10th anniversary. Even though it's technically not 10 years, it is 10 years at the same time. Hey, Creamstar, I like that. Anyway, I feel like I've talked about all of my comments. So basically, chat, I want to ask you, it's like, would you rather be able to have conversations about rumored / leaked things on streams and in videos, or would you rather me be able to get set reviews, like sets early? Like, it's not going to be every single set. Like, who knows if I'm going to be sent Harry Potter yet? I mean, please. I hope so. Like, can you wait? Can you wait for me on release day to hear my specific thoughts? Or do you just want to see the set as early as possible in a review? Or do you want to have the conversations? Sets early, set reviews. Okay, so that's 2. Is Australia for giving out vaccines? Yes. I shouldn't get mine until August, though, probably. Leaks over reviews. I'd prefer option 1. What was option 1? I can't remember. The second one, it isn't your job to spread leaks. Leaks, set reviews get very boring. What city is my mug? It's San Francisco. Whatever makes you happy. It's up to you. It's your choice. I think I'm going to have to do a poll. A good old poll. That's what I'm thinking. I don't care if you comment on leaks or not. I'm perfectly fine waiting for an official announcement or to hear your thoughts or anyone else. Yeah. Because I think either way, at the moment, if I do decide to leave, it wouldn't be until like October or November. Like, I want to be in LAN for at least a year. I feel like it's kind of dodge if I leave before an entire year. So, I have a minifigure to send you. Well, good news, Cameron. A PO box is coming on the 1st of April. Maybe the 2nd of April, depending on if I can go and open it on time. I can't wait for reviews. Are you ever going to do that video about acne? I think that would be one of like my podcasty episode things where I just sit and like this, literally it'll be like this, and I'll just talk about my experience. Because honestly, it's gotten worse and it's potentially caused another health issue. What was the date? The 1st of April. That's when I'll open my PO box. Don't let LAN get you down. Yeah. Lego has heard all of the complaints about LAN, at least. Yeah, I think they've heard all of this. I've posted all of this on the forums, and like I've spoken to people like both publicly and privately about it, so they know all of my thoughts. Like, this is just nothing new. I'm just expressing this to you guys. Being a Lego ambassador is a job. It has its perks, but it also has its responsibilities. There's no shame in leaving if it's not a comfortable fit for you. Thank you, Rhapsody. That's the thing as well. Someone did comment it. I can't remember if it might have been Justin. I think it was Justin or something like that, saying that like when we joined, the rules were very different. And like now that it's changed, it felt like if a job was to change your contract like halfway through and just kind of expect you to go along with it. So at the end of the day, it's a choice. Like, it's definitely a privilege and not a right. And I'm very aware of that. My voice seems broken. Yeah, I have a little bit of phlegm in my throat and I didn't want to kind of go... Did I do a video about my medical thing? I filmed it and I edited it, but I was like, well, technically, like, okay, let's talk about my health for a second here. So I have to go to see a specialist, potentially to get a surgery, but I'll go into, it's nothing like majorly serious. It sounds a lot more serious than it is. Maybe I should just post it, but like, I'm not seeing the specialist until April. Like early April. So I feel weird if I just like talk about it now, even though like I don't know the answer. Should I post that video? I mean, I've edited it. I might just post it later. Maybe, we'll see. Anyone want to know about my medical history? Michael, are you feeling attacked by LAN? That's a great question. Post it, do it. Oh no. Okay, I'll do that later. You guys asked it, so. What was the date you started? Do you mean LAN? I started LAN, it was November. The middle of November, I think. It was an exciting time last year. Literally, from August to like the end of the year. It was so exciting. Big time in my life. Yeah. I definitely see the advantages of LAN. I mean, as long as it's okay with you guys. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not the type of person that's just gonna sit and like lie. Like, I will dodge the question and I'll try and do it in an entertaining way. Like, literally, whenever I get asked about, oh, Harry Potter, this, and this. I'm like, what? WandaVision finale thoughts? Underwhelming. Like, I know part of that comes from the fan theories and things like that, but at the same time, like, the fight scene was long. And there was a lot of loose ends. White Vision? Like, where'd he go? What's he doing? Isn't Jang the largest of all the LEGO YouTubers, and he doesn't rush reviews out or really do much with leaks and never accepts products from companies for these reasons? Yeah, he's the type of person that he doesn't want to feel like he's being influenced, and a part of me does feel like I'm being influenced by that. I mean, at least I'm aware. That's what kind of keeps me saying that, yes, I'm aware of that. But at the same time, Jang's been around long enough that, like, people want to go for him specifically for his opinion. Like, some people will do that with me, but I'm still small in the grand scheme of things compared to a lot of the big players out there. So the earlier I can get, the bigger of an advantage I have. For example, let's go back to Winnie the Pooh, actually. Let's go through my analytics. Let's give you guys an insight into how that benefited my channel. Because I do want to grow. I want this to try and be my full-time thing for the most part. What's wrong? Medical conditions? I'll post the video on it later. I'm fine. But, like, I have to have surgery. Potentially. Most likely. Alright, Winnie the Pooh. Where are you? So, for anyone who doesn't know, when you post a video, it, like, gives you, like, what ranking it was, depending on, like, how many hours it's been up for compared to your other ones. So, Winnie the Pooh's #1 for me. Alright, so, I gained 113 subscribers off Winnie the Pooh. And off the announcement the day before, I gained 36. So in comparison, let's go to what was like an averagey performing one. Let's see. How to dust your Lego sets. So that one got me 35. And that one's got half the amount of views. So yeah, definitely being early does give you a big advantage. Literally look at how my channel started. I had early access to Harry Potter and I grew a lot. So I just got to the water metaphor. It's amazing. Yes! I'm glad I managed to communicate it. It's pointless to talk about Winnie the Pooh when the set isn't even out yet. But that's the thing, PC. It's like people want to see it early so that they know like whether or not they want to get it. But that's the thing. It's like part of me was like, I should do that comparison video where I compared it to the other $100 sets like the week that it comes out for like VIPs, because then it's relevant. I still kind of want, I do want to do another video on that set though. I love that set. I really want to take it to the woods and do a photo shoot in the woods. Would make a politician. She can answer questions without actually answering that. Funnily enough, my primary school teacher, one of them told me I'd be a good politician. I might have to go to surgery too. It would be for the nerves in my hand because they have been messed up from breaking my elbow in July, which I also had to get surgery for. Well, best of luck, Yoda, for that. Best of luck. To be honest, I'm scared for my surgery. I think I've been under anesthetic once, and that was to get my gum graft. So I had, like, when I had my braces, my tooth switched so much that, like, the gum had, like, dropped a lot, and, like, you could see so much of my teeth. Do you want to see? A lot of it's, like, dropped down again, but basically they had to cut, like, part of the gum from the roof of my mouth and then stitch it to the bottom. That's the only time I've been under anesthetic, and I've never stayed in a hospital overnight since the day I was born, so I'm scared. But I'm okay. I feel like if you leave LAN, you'll give big world burn vibes. If I do it, I'm gonna go out in style, you bet. You bet. When I got surgery, I was so scared. I love how this has just turned into medical chat. When I checked my analytics on my Marvel Summer 2021 set info, people were engaged, like 1.1. None of my videos, besides a couple of shorts, had done that, which is sad. That's the thing. It is a big, hot topic. I mean, look, I think if Justin leaves, like, that's going to be enough. Like, Justin, like, is going to be perfectly fine without LAN, I think. But also, it will say a lot. Like, I think the program will be damaged, honestly. I think its reputation and its credibility will be damaged if Justin leaves, because he's such a big name and such a, like, reputable and honest name in the community. But at the same time, I think if Justin does leave, I think it will switch a lot of the problems kind of back around a bit. I hope Lego understands after many of the biggest YouTubers are thinking about leaving. That's the thing. It's like, it's not even just the three of us that are commenting on these problems. Like, there are many other people expressing that, yeah, this is harmful. We don't agree. We thought we were just alone. Like, we were afraid to speak up. Someone, like, congratulated us and said, like, I'm glad that, like, the younger side of the Lego community is, like, speaking up on these issues. And, like, I was like, if Justin leaves, Lego will fall. I definitely think they'll damage their reputation. I really do. The drama with LAN is so good for the Lego community if it keeps it alive. No! It's causing me mental stress. Bye, Samad. Thanks for joining in. Ash and Flash is only in it for the free sets. If he was, why is he thinking of leaving? He'll just make up more ideas projects if he wants free Lego. Duh. Get it? That was quite a little reference there. Alright. Wait, why are people leaving LAN? Well, Evan, I have a really sad story to tell you, but you are going to have to go back and watch the entire stream. Basically, the rules are getting strict and we're having to lie to people now. They're controlling our content and people are upset. So we're trying to have a conversation, and if things don't change, people are going to leave LAN. But, like, I'm not going to do it instantly. Like, if I did it now, like, the information's out there. Like, I'm not missing anything, at least for my channel. So I'd do it after a year. Join LAN, experience it for a year. Yeah, I'm gonna reap my benefits. Yes. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I definitely don't think I'm going to comment on forums as much anymore, especially in regards to leaks, because of how much I've been, or at least feel like I've been attacked and criticized. So, not gonna do that. Oh, yeah, Ash wrote a response, which I want to read. I'm not going to read it out, but, like, let's see. Okay, so he's saying, yeah, we didn't agree to the rules. Fair enough. I think that one of the problems as well is that, like, I don't get me wrong, I do see how this is damaging to Lego. I do see why these rules are in play. But at the same time, I think they just expect us to, like, blindly follow, which is not good. Because if you look at, like, that type of attitude historically and in other areas of life, it's like, imagine if you just blindly followed. Like, I don't want to get too dramatic, but, like, dictatorships? Anyone? Dictatorships. Like, I'm gonna, you know what? Let's get political about it. My mum's calling me. Maybe my food's ready. Hold on. It was about my sauce on my burger. I went for whole leg mayo on my chicken burger, everyone. Yeah, see, it's basically about LAN's controlling our content now, and we're trying to have a discussion to try and change things, and if things don't change, people are considering leaving LAN, including myself. That's my summary, short summary. Watch it from the beginning. I wonder how Lego will act on this first M&R, then if others leave, it's going to be bad for them. Well, M&R technically didn't leave. He's not a part of it, but he got, they call it off-boarded. So he got off-boarded, whereas, like, Justin, Ash, and I are thinking of leaving. Like, on our own accord. What's going on other than the LAN problem? Oh, I was ordering a chicken burger. Chicken sandwich? No. 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 I just wish that Lego would strike down the photos. I think that would change a lot of things. It would make it a lot easier. Yeah, people, I've summed it up. Don't have to be mean about other people. We don't want to be mean about other people. Otherwise, we're becoming like that person on LAN. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to be nice. Okay? Being nice. What's the process of leaving? Well, I imagine I would go and message someone and be like, hey, I don't like the rules. It feels like you're controlling my content. I also feel like I'm being shamed for the content I post and the style of which it's done in. So I would like to, I don't want to be a part of LAN anymore. Thanks for everything you've done for me. I really appreciate it. I would like to be off-boarded, please. I think that's how it will go down. Isn't your job to help stop control the leaks? They're trying to make it our job, but it's technically not. They encourage us to report leaks, and I've done that, but nothing gets done about it. So I think it's more just like we're supposed to stop spreading it now. Like before we were allowed to, but now they don't want us to talk about it, so it feels like their method of like making us stop spread it. But technically no, because they've described it as like it's supposed to be a partnership, and like when, like I think Justin said or something like when he got onboarded, like they said they weren't going to control our content, but now they are, which is the, like I think it's in his original post somewhere. Is your natural hair color darker? Well, when I was younger it used to be lighter than this, but now it's like, where is it? I can do this. But now it's like, what if I go under? There it is. Now it's like that-ish. My hair's kind of dirty. Don't judge me. I'm doing well. Besides the mental stress, I'm doing well. I freaked myself out earlier in the week because I overthink a lot and it did my head in. But I'm feeling a lot better now. I love the Ariel sticker. Thank you. I made it myself. I was going to put them on Redbubble, but then it got copy striked, so I couldn't. I'm like, oh, damn. Never mind. Would you ever choose to make your own top 25 or 15 favorite Lego minifigures ever video? Probably. I think that would be a fun thing to do at the end of the year. Like how I kind of did the ones from each year. Put a knife in your big fig's hand? No. Actually, I could get a Lego knife made and put it in my big fig's hand. What's the worst mistake Lego's ever made? Is this a bit dramatic? But, going, I want to say cold turkey with their rules. And making such a big change very quickly. You, Justin, and Ash should start a revolution against LAN. They would probably teach it about it in history or something 20 years from now. I think Falcon made a joke about that, and I thought it was kind of funny. And part of me feels like I have, but, like, I just wanted to talk about my thoughts and say, yeah, I felt like that too. Here are the problems I have. When's the Mario Kart stream? Tomorrow. I'm going out tonight for a friend's birthday, so I have to leave quite early. So I am not going to do it today. Tomorrow, though. Yes. When you move, can I color your hair and do facials? I should get a facial done, actually. Whew, I should do that. Thank you, Brady, for the $2. Oh. Alrighty, everyone. As a Canadian and Australia... What? No, it's the video box, not bags. Ooh, yeah. That hurts. The Great LAN Revolution. Our subs joining. I don't have Mario Kart... I don't know. What's it called? Nintendo Online. I feel like I should buy that. And then people can. Like, I think that's gonna have to be like a timed thing. I want to work that out. I need to go get my Switch dock and like set that up for tomorrow though. But yeah, I think I should buy Nintendo Online so that we can do online games. That would be a lot of fun. I would love to do that. Yeah. Mario Kart tomorrow, fam. I'm excited. Marcel? Do you mean Marvel vehicles? I think a lot of them are kind of dodgy, but there has been some really good ones. Like the tanks and like the Quinjets and things like that. I think it's more the motorcycles, I think. A year is $30. That's not too bad. Gaming stream tomorrow. And then we'll restart The Sims next week. For everyone who watches my gaming channel. Battlefront when? I do want to do another one. But also the new Fortnite season starts next week. Who do I play as in Mario Kart? Daisy or Baby Daisy? I'm a Daisy person. Peach annoys me. Don't know why. I think I always like the baby ones. I find them the easiest to drive with. But yeah, Baby Daisy. Also, she's really obnoxious, which I really like when you go and overtake people. It's 30 Australian. I love that. Congrats on getting Yoda. Thank you. Yeah, so everyone, we're going to be building... Actually, that's another thing I wanted to ask. Because now we're just talking. But my burger's going to be here soon, so I have to end this. But do we want to build Grogu tomorrow? Or do we want to do Cinderella's carriage and a Donald Duck brickhead? Also, I'm going to do Hogwarts soon. I promise. I promise. May, I think we should do Mos Eisley just because it's Star Wars month. Or Star Wars Day. Thanks for the stream, Holly. I'm going to go now. Bye, Brick Witchery. Thanks for tuning in. Grogu carriage. Grogu Cinderella. Cinderella. Grogu. Okay, there's more Grogus. Damn it! I wanted to do the carriage. Alright, we'll do Grogu tomorrow. Cinderella's carriage will leave for the week after. And then, yes, Hogwarts is soon. Once I get up my other shelf on that wall, I'm going to do Hogwarts because then I can put it up there next to me. Which should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Roblox? I don't know. Roblox intimidated me. Yikes. I do want to talk to Ash though about like the games like we would typically play together and like kind of get some sort of schedule going. Because I think we're going to do more individual streams going forward, but like at the same time, like I still enjoy doing like Fortnite and Battlefront and Minecraft and things with him. I'm going to open Hogwarts. Yes, I am. I think that's going to be like a really fun thing. I am, admittedly, when I do Hogwarts, I'm going to do the base first, like the first bag, because it's just boring. So I'll do the first bag, and then when we start the stream, we have the base, so it looks a lot more entertaining going up. So yeah, it should be good. Y'all seem a bit greedy. Y'all don't want other people to grow in the place because they are unable to take advantage of LAN no leak rule. Wait, I missed it. Oh, you retracted it because I started reading it. Punk. No, but that's the thing, right? Like, I know it does sound very greedy, but it's the fact that when you're in LAN, like, they promise to support you to help you grow your channel. Like, everyone wants to grow their channel. Okay? No one wants to lose subscribers or anything like that. Like, everyone would like to grow. But it's like, I also just missed the conversation part. Like, yes, it could help me grow my channel at the same time. I'm just more hurt by, like, the fact that they promised to do something and they haven't done something. Like, that's the big thing for me. So, that's my issue. It's a bunch of empty promises. Hogwarts is a fun build. Yeah, we're going to do it over the course of a few weeks. I could not do what David did and sit and do it in one go. No, 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 no. That would hurt. Lego will not care, leave, wait. Lego will not if you leave, care, Holly. Okay, care if you leave. Just stick it out for as long as you can and benefit from it. Exactly. I'll be greedy. I'll last a year, get my free sets, and ditch. I mean, I think it's just a matter of time to see what happens. Like, if Lego do start taking down more photos, if they are stricter and things like that. Like, I really want to see how they respond before I leave, because, like, if they do find a legal way to take down information, then there's no point in me leaving. But if people can still talk about that stuff, then... Do I come across huntsman spiders often? No. I did. The last time I saw one was when I was in primary school. Year 6. Middle school. Favorite fruit? Banana. Or strawberries. My tea is so cold. Oh dear. Get that brick, get that Lego, then leave. Peace out. I love Mr. Know-It-All that your name is Mr. Know-It-All, and this is like the 4th time I'm posting that thing. That's fine if you think we're greedy, but I just miss having the freedom to talk about those conversation topics. Was wondering that one handheld vacuum it is. Oh, yes! Okay, the vacuum. I missed the second part of that. Please don't fall. Wait, I can't see it. That vacuum? Do you literally mean vacuum? Let's see. Oh yes, this is it. I believe it's from Amazon, but I'm not entirely sure because I didn't buy it. Lego can't legally stop people from talking on the internet. That's the problem. It's like, I don't think they can, but they promised that they could. And I was like, I saw Matt in the chat and I just missed it because I turned around. Wait, can you give like 1 minute summary? Because I don't know what the new RAND rules are. Okay, Matt, so we can't talk about anything that's not on a retail site. So everything Marvel related that just come out in the last week, there is only like a few things you can talk about because there was one retail site, but they were all really bad, like, name conversions. So like if someone was like, what do you think of, what was one of the sets that I thought that they were gonna make in my Harry Potter video? Shrieking Shack. Okay, so if someone was like, what do you think of the brand new Lego Harry Potter Shrieking Shack? If it hadn't been posted on a retail site, I can't talk about it and I just have to dodge the question and pretend like I didn't see anything and kind of lie to my audience. Those are the new rules. Also, people are going back and they're being mean to me. So there's that. Fun. There's no way they can legally stop you from talking about the leaks. This is not Soviet Russia. Exactly. See, I think they need to start doing something about photos because they can do that. Like, that is stolen goods that they are, like, people are posting and things like that. Like, that is not supposed to be public information, specifically, like, confidential ones. Shang-Chi especially, like, IP partners pressure them about that, and those photos are still up. So, like, can we still do rumors if it's, like, our own thinking, for example? See, that's the problem, Matt. I don't think so. Like, if I'm ever going to do that, I find so much evidence that leads to that because I'm so scared. It's like there is like I really wanted to put Moff Gideon's cruiser in my Star Wars wish list, but I was like, this is risky. It's like even with Mickey Mouse, it's like I didn't even know there was photos up, and I was like, I think that this and this could happen. Yeah, Lego Holly fell over again. Whoopsies. Yeah, it is sad. Control actually leaked images, not free speech. Problem solved. Exactly. I mean, I would love them to let us be able to talk about set names and prices at least. Like, I'm fine not doing descriptions. That's okay. And but like, do something about the photos. Like for example, the figures that get stolen and then we see photos of them like from upcoming sets. It's like, that's literally stolen property. Like, you can strike that. It's a Lego problem, the leaks are getting out? Exactly. So essentially we can't talk about any set unless it's officially announced or listed on Walmart or Amazon. Yep. But even with Amazon, it needs to, like, there are like some people who aren't authorized sellers, so Amazon's an iffy one as well. It's rough. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's walking on eggshells. That's the thing. What are your top 5 Lego Star Wars sets in your opinion? Well, I'm only going to go off the ones that I have. And that, but number 1 is the Rise of Skywalker Millennium Falcon, then the Razor Crest, then the AAT, then honestly I'm going to go this year's Luke's X-Wing, and then I really like Jewel on Mustafa. No, Jewel on Mustafa and then the X-Wing. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. I really want to get another AAT. I do. We need a video on Lego Holly's house. She can't even stand up. That's because I don't have legs. I've walked on too many Lego bricks. Actually, I really wanted to do a video where I just try and walk on Lego. Is that something people would be interested in? Ooh. I'd have to imagine if we think of something completely different on our own thinking, that's just a wish list or theory, we'd still be okay. Maybe a few questions there. That's the thing, because it's like so many of these things, it's like it's just a genuine thought or a genuine wish list I've had, but then I'm like, am I going to get in trouble? Because I know that that's actually a thing, but it's still something I want, but I know that it's a thing. It's hard. It's really hard. That's the stress that's the part I hate, the stress. Do the walking on Lego video. I think it would be fun, but like how much am I actually gonna have to throw onto my floor to like make that painful for me? So you say that, Horned Owl, but then my TIE Fighter video did not do well. Any updates on your ideas project? Yes, I'm gonna do another video where actually I haven't checked how many supporters that has. I'm gonna do another video where I like do my perfect version of the set, and I've already done some of the renders, but Mando Minifigs was offered to do Ash's Randall as a 3D render as well as Roz, which like blew my mind. So he's working on them, so I'm waiting for them. Otherwise he's done Sully and Mike, and I'm blown away, and I really want to show you guys. So there's that. I've completely gone into the wrong thing. I wanted to go on Lego Ideas, not LAN. What am I doing? Why does it always take me to Rescue Rangers? But I do want to do like a Roz drawing so that I can upload and give you guys kind of something as a thank you for updating. So annoyed. Snow White doing better than me. No. Just kidding. I love that set. I don't think it's you. People don't care about the TIE Fighter. True. How much longer is this stream gonna be? Not that many. 3,108. Damn, I didn't know I hit 3,000. That's so exciting. 7,000 to go. Yay. All right. Yeah, I definitely need to do an update. I really want to do another video on it to hype it up again. Get the X-Wing, Lily. I like the X-Wing better, personally. And Kmart's got it pretty cheap. How do I support your Lego idea? You create a Lego Ideas account, and then you search up Monsters Inc. And it's the door, the giant door. And then you press support. And then you share it with your neighbor and your grandma and your grandpa and your parents and your friends and your siblings. And tell them to support it too. I mean, I don't think it's worth leaving LAN. Maybe it's different since I'm technically an R-Log or Empire Lug for Empire Lug, but I think the benefits of LAN outweighs this. Don't agree with it, but oh well. I know. I'm going to sit and wait it out, I think. Sit and wait it out. Because, yeah, there's definitely a lot of benefits. But I think it's the mental stress for me, more so. Mental health. Interviews. Designer interviews. Mental health. I don't know. We're going to sit and wait on it, but I want to give you guys, like, I want to be honest and give you guys updates being like, hey, I'm thinking of leaving. Surprise! And Lego Store employees. What about Lego Store employees, Swift? Did I miss something? My local Kmart never has stock. They never restock. Yeah, I would look online. That's the only time I've seen them in stock. Otherwise, Maya price matches. And then you can get Maya 1 points. So there's that too. Swift, what are your thoughts? Are you like us and being really dramatic and thinking about leaving? Because I'm definitely being dramatic. Sharing Lego ideas projects. True. I need to go tell the other employees as well. We got 2 behind me. Then if Natalie Portman shows up at the Lego store again, I'll like, you never know. She's got young kids. She might like it. I looked at Bag End the other day, like Yoda, and I was like, that's expensive. So yes, I do want to do it. Designer interviews are very difficult to get. HR nightmare. So based on your judgment and prospect of getting that, yeah. Woo, NDAs. Maya's always expensive. Yeah, that's why you price match. It's the best thing. Especially when Big W has a sale, because it doesn't come up with a sale price. It just changes the price. It's the best. I always price match. When's the stream tomorrow? It's going to be earlier. I think it will be roughly around this time I'll do Mario Kart. My build, I think it's going to go build stream at like 10:30 my time, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Then, once I finish that, Mario Kart, then I'm going to take the afternoon off. Natalie's in Australia right now. She's filming for Thor 4. Yep. So is Matt. Everyone's here. Zac Efron, Matt Damon, Chris Hemsworth. I mean, he lives here. Natalie Portman, Taika Waititi, Tessa Thompson, Chris Pratt. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. Should I try and sneak on? Apparently the security is really tight at the moment. You can't even get in to drop off a delivery. So that's fun. Maybe I'll try and go next week. See how tight the security actually is. Just tag along. It's the place to be. But the thing, right, is, like, you know how we've seen so many leaks of Thor 4? Like, Shang-Chi was filming here as well. I think everyone forgets that. The only thing that happened was, like, there was a helicopter on, what's it called? What's that thing called? It's Moore Park. If you look up Sydney Moore Park, there's, like, this oval thing. And there's, like, a bunch of buildings around it. There was a helicopter that landed there. And, like, it was on the news, and it was like, wow, Marvel movie. But because no one really cared about Shang-Chi, there was never any set photos. Whereas, like, people care about Thor 4, so, like, we're getting tons of photos from that. Can you get a pass? Well, I did used to actually have a Fox Studios pass. So, like, I've been inside. I know my way around. I've driven golf carts around there. It's fun. But I don't have my pass anymore, so I just have to, I'll go up to the security and be like, hello, I'm doing a delivery for this thing. It's fun. Thor 4 chat, everyone. Thor 4. Because for a long time I worked inside there, but that was before that, like, Marvel moved in and stuff. That was still while Marvel was trying to pick a building to go in. Do you watch Lego Masters? I'm going to this year. I've watched bits and pieces of the other seasons. That reminds me, I get to do my video on that soon. Do you guys want weekly updates? I mean, it's the Australian one, so not everyone can see it, but do you want weekly Lego Masters chat? Anyone? Alrighty, we've gone on for so long now, so pity everyone who comes in now asking for my thoughts, even though we've already gone through everything. Should non-LAN members like me avoid leaks? Definitely avoid photos. Always avoid photos. But I think information, like someone asked this the other day, because like they were like, oh, someone's like leaking, but they want to be a LAN member. And I'm like, well, to me, it's like this used to be allowed before. So, like, I feel like they would be a bit more lenient. But I think if you do, like, if you want to apply, probably don't talk about it. But if you don't plan on applying, information, go for it. Go for it. Actually, no, don't go for it because we don't get to talk about it. That's not fair. But you can post about it. Just photos do my head in. That's the worst part. Photos, painful. I'm 10, too young to make an account. You... and not 10, you are 13, because that's how old you have to be on YouTube, and ask your mum to make the account for you, and then you can support it on behalf of your mum or dad or anything. You never know, someone might not have a mum. I'll have to go back and rewatch. You do. Rewatch. I feel like this stream had the biggest amount of viewers yet. Am I right? Close. It's definitely one of the highest recently. I think the highest was like, besides Among Us, I think it was the one I did with Emmasaurus where it was like 300 and something to 400. It was wild. Anyway, everyone, I'm gonna go get my lunch. I think my chicken burger should be here soon. And I will see you tomorrow to build buildable Yoda. And then we'll see how we go. Also, subscribe to my gaming channel because I'm going to do Mario Kart tomorrow. And then you can see that I actually am good at gaming. So, take that, everyone. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to my thoughts. And for anyone who did join late, I highly suggest rewatching the beginning because I read through a lot of posts, so you get lots of background information. So thank you very much. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone. Where's the end button? There it is. Bye.